Welcome to Gorez and this series of videos in which I talk about the bands that I find interesting, and today we're gonna talk about Sofa Surfers. This is probably one of the most challenging videos that I will ever make because the past few days have been a living hell for me. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Sofa Surfers. The problem is their songs are not sad. They are not, or at least they don't seem sad. They are just exhausted. The kind of exhaustion that comes from a lot of unprocessed and suppressed emotions, an emotional tsunami, if you will. The kind of exhaustion that may result in actions that you don't mean to do them and you don't know why you're doing them. You do them because you do them. Imagine the not so random noises that Jonathan Davis makes on Korn songs. Something like that with a lot less angry and a lot more tired. And making this video was challenging because at first I only wanted to talk about Blindside, my favorite album from Sofa Surfers and the only album that I had listened to. And but I was like, here's an idea. Now that I want to make this video, let me go and listen to all of their songs and make a video about the band in general. And that's why I've been listening to all of their songs on repeat for the past few days. And even right now, I'm still crushed under the sheer weight of exhausted frustration that I feel deep inside. But it was totally worth it. As I always say, most of the times, the intensity of an emotion is a lot more important than the nature of the emotion itself. And I really admire a piece of art that can make me feel intense emotions. And Sofa Surfers did that, and I really admire their work. And this is one of the reasons why I love Sofa Surfers, because if you go through all of their songs, you'll be blown away by the vast variety of the songs they have created. Like they go from rock to acid jazz to like electronic stuff. They even include some hip hop stuff in the middle as well. They basically cover half the genres that there is. But the thing is, they still manage to maintain that main theme in their songs. No matter what genre it is, you still feel that frustration, that exhaustion, that wasted compassion for life and their paranoid vigilant view on politics. They are still there. On top of their unbelievable creativity in making music stands their vocalist, and he has this unique voice with a healthy dose of exhaustion and frustration. And it's really weird. Like he sings the words and then he makes you feel them, you know? And I know that's basically what singing is, but I think it's usually about more simple stuff, but he has this special talent to make you feel these complex emotions and like concepts that Sofa Surfers is trapped in. I can't really explain it, and it's better if you go to listen to 3 of their songs: Hardwire, Play the Game, and Sinus. And speaking of those songs, if you listen to like Hardwire, Play the Game, and even the other song 100 Days, there's this recurring pattern that I really love. They all have this bass line, aggressive bass lines. And I don't know if other people feel the same about them, but they kind of feel invasive, you know? Like the song is playing here and everything, but the bass line is here, like... And I'm not complaining though. It really helps me get into the mood of the song. But it's something that I think I should have mentioned, and do look for it. It's really interesting. And even if you look at their more electronic influenced albums like Scrambles, Anthems, and Odysseys, if I get that correct, and there's this song Scramble that has kind of the same invasive bass line, but it's like electronic influenced. And like I said, they try many different things, but they are still Sofa Surfers. And like I said, my favorite album by Sofa Surfers is Blindside, because I think they are always dealing with struggling with some emotions and concepts and stuff. And I think they have managed to express themselves perfectly in this album, and that's why I really love it. And I even have made a playlist, and I'll be talking about the songs in the playlist from now on. So make sure you check that out, and even follow me on Spotify. I love having followers there, I don't know why. And let's talk about the songs. The first song in the playlist, which is the second song in the album, is called Hardwire. And I think it's the perfect introduction to Sofa Surfers because it has this ominous bass line, and there's this sort of doubt in the singer's voice, and there are like random moaning noises there, and the guitar lick is just, I didn't really have a word for it, but it's just really interesting, and they come together and make this awesome song. The second song on the playlist is called Play the Game, which kind of has the same vibe, the same theme, but in this song the imagery gets a little more dominant, and if you move to the third song, Sinus, really the lyrics, the wordplay, and the imagery gets a lot more dominant, and that's really the part that I want to pay more attention to rather than the instruments. But the thing is, they all scream Blindside, you know? Every song in this album has its own unique atmosphere, its own unique concept, but they kind of have this unity. And that's one of the reasons why I really love this album. It's one of the few albums that I have ever listened to that every song on the album is a good song. Like, I really had to try to cut out 3 songs when I was making that playlist. And it was really hurtful because they are good songs too, but I just didn't want to include all the album on the playlist. And and if you look at Safe Zone, it's the perfect ending for this masterpiece of an album. And I'm not gonna talk about it, go listen to the song. And although their 2010 album, Blindside, really sets the bar way too high, they have still managed to make some good songs for their next album, which is called Superluminal, that came out in 2012. And it's still the same Sofa Surfers that we know and love, but they seem slightly happier. It's like it's the same nihilistic, paranoid lyrics, but over some music that you want to vibe to. And the contradiction between the happy groove and the not so happy lyrics really adds to the insanity of this whole thing, which insanity is basically the natural outcome of Sofa Surfer's view on life and things. And they have a song that's the perfect example for this. They have a song in their 2005 self-titled album. The song is called A Good Day to Die, and the music is so happy, and it's so suitable for vibing that if every other line of the album wasn't It's a Good Day to Die, you could basically play it in parties. And although I'm pretty sure if Gen Z ever discovers this song, they will play it at their parties unironically. And there are some other songs on the playlist, and I don't really like them that much. There's this song, Believer, and to be honest, it's there because there's a line in the song that says philosophize me, and I really like it. And the other songs are from albums that they have tried some other stuff that I personally didn't like, but they are still good songs. I can acknowledge it. I don't really enjoy them that much, but I can acknowledge the fact that they are good songs. And I've put them there as like samples. So if you happen to like any of the songs, check that specific album because you're gonna love the rest of the album as well. The only downside that this band has is that they don't have a lot of videos. Like, there are a couple of music videos and there's one video of one of their concerts on YouTube, and that's it. And I really want more, because their singer is just amazing. Like, on top of his unique voice and his talent to communicate those complex emotions, all that stuff that I mentioned earlier, he's just amazing. Like, the way he looks, the way he performs, the way he dresses, he's just a sight to see, you know? It's like I'm crushing over him. I'm not, I'm not, but I really want to see him more, you know. And I think it's a shame that there is not a lot of footage of him and the band in general, and that's the only thing that I can criticize them for. And I do hope that they make more stuff in the future. That's all I had to say about Sofa Surfers. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. The button is either here or here, I'm not really sure. And if you know a band or are a band that I should be talking about, let me know in the comments. And again, follow me on Spotify. I like having followers there. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video.